All right, this video is for special people. I call them special people for a reason. You see, there are people that believe that whenever there is a confrontation at work or in their marriage or even in church, they normally say, I must say my mind. I must give them a piece of my mind. It's my right to air my view. I must say my mind. And I want to tell you something. It's up to you. Please share this video. See, you can say your mind and lose your marriage. You can say your mind and end up at the divorce court for saying your mind. You can say your mind to your spouse and end up breaking up or separating or going through a divorce. It's not everything that we say. You see, sometimes you need to save your mind. That piece of your mind, you say, I will give them a piece of my mind. Sometimes, don't say it. Honestly speaking. Maybe at work, and a supervisor or even your boss will provoke you and step on your toes. Sometimes, don't say your mind. Sometimes, just say your mind, because you can say your mind and lose your job. You can even say your mind and keep your job, but your boss will be on your case. Your supervisor will be on your case. They will frustrate you out of that job. I'm telling you. They will just be on your case. That's when you will know that every little mistake you make will be a big deal. They will use it against you. Because you said your mind, right? You like to say your mind. You must say your mind. You can be right, oh. You can be right. Or you can get in trouble for being right. For even saying your mind. Why am I saying all this? Apply wisdom. Huh? For those of you that every little thing you do with your spouse is I must say my mind. You cannot take my right from me. It's my right to say my mind. I'm a human being. I must air my view. You can air your view. And at the end of the day, you lost your marriage. For airing your view. That your view that you are airing. you aired your view, right? You said your mind. Because it's your right to say your mind. Let's apply wisdom more. The Bible said in the book of Proverbs, a soft word or a soft answer turns away anger. Soft answer. There's a way to talk. There's a way to talk. Right? There's a way to even talk to somebody that doesn't have anger issue and the person will start having anger issue. Be careful. Be careful the way you say your mind. It may be in church. You are in a group meeting and every little thing is that I will say my mind. I must say my mind. This church doesn't belong to anybody. It's the church of God. I must say my mind. Who is the pastor? The pastor cannot tell me what to do. You said your mind, right? But you have dented your image. You have dented your image for saying your mind. Some people, you will just come to church, people will look at you and they will look at you like as somebody that has no respect. They may not tell you, but in their mind, they'll look at you and say, this person has no respect. The way he or she talks. Let's be careful the way we say our mind though. That's your mind. Sometimes don't say it. You see that's your mind. That piece of your mind that you like to say. Sometimes don't say it. Keep it to yourself. And find a different way to say it. Find a different way. There's something I started doing. Sometimes when somebody push me, probably maybe at work, somebody push me, I will pray in my spirit and I'll ask the Holy Spirit help me, because naturally I'm a kind of person that you dare not disrespect me. Honestly, I will crush you. I will frustrate you. So, but it came to a point that, the Holy Spirit started dealing with me in that area. It's possible for people to misunderstand you. I'm not talking about fighting and arguing. It's possible for someone to have a different opinion, but sometimes, let's apply wisdom. You don't have to say your mind. I will repeat this. You can say your mind, especially this generation. You see this generation, You see the generation. I hear some children tell their parents, I must say my mind. Mom, you can't tell me what to do. I will say my mind. I have a right to say my mind. Say it in my generation. Just look at your father or your mother and tell your dad, I must say my mind. At night, at night, your father will say his mind, or your mom. They will wake you up at the middle of the night. At the middle of the night, and they will tell you their mind. They will use pepper to rub your behind. Then they will say their mind on your behind, give you very good lashes. Then in the morning, you will stop saying your mind. Let's be careful, please. It might sound funny. It's not every time that you say your mind. Find a proper way and the right time to communicate your mind. Always find a better way. Because you can say your mind and lose your marriage. And many people have done that. They have said their mind. It is their right to say their mind. But at the end of the day, they collected a divorce letter. Be careful the way you say your mind. Sometimes let the Holy Spirit guide our words. Sometimes, you know what? You see, somebody says something. The person says, before you talk sometimes, pray in your spirit. Just pray in your spirit. Or you want to tell your spouse something you know that is kind of heavy or something that is serious. Sometimes go and pray about it. Before you tell him or her, just go and pray. Before you make that comment, I have this strategy whenever I'm leading a group. Any group I lead, I start with prayers. Every meeting I have to conduct in every group, I start with prayer. There's a reason I start with prayers. So that the Holy Spirit will arrest everybody so that they can be saying the right thing. Right? So sometimes before you talk, pray in your spirit so that God will guide your talk. Because there is something you will say, your spouse will never forget it. There is something you tell somebody, the person will never forget it. 100 years to come, they will remind you. Especially women, they will remind you. They say, that's how you slapped me the other time, 30 years ago. They will remind you. So let's be careful the way we say our mind. You can say your mind and lose a favor with somebody. You can say your mind and lose an important relationship. You can say your mind and lose your job. You can say, I used to work with a man in Nigeria, in Abuja. This man would be wrong. He would take a wrong decision. And I was his PA. I was his personal assistant. He was the executive director. He will make a wrong decision and he will blame me. He will put the blame on me and I will carry it. Honestly speaking, he will lie on me and I will carry it. I'll say, fine, sir. It's okay. In front of everybody, as long as he's more than like in the company where other staffs are and he's putting a blame on me, honestly, I will carry it. I will take the blame. But what he does is that when I'm with him, probably in his car or in his office, he will apologize. He will apologize. Not just apologize, he will put money on top of the apology. He will put money on it. I'm telling you, he will reward me for lying on me. So, but what I'm trying to tell you is let's apply wisdom. Wisdom is profitable to direct. It's not everything that you say. It's not everything that you say your mind, you say your mind. Save your mind though. Save it. I'm just saying, keep saying your mind.